we got some people in the world that still they take everything that somebody else say and they think that's the truth.
I don't identify as black. My lawyer knows that.
Crucial 13, you all appreciate it. Shout out to you.
Get crucial.
I'm hungry. I need some bacon.
Look at this.
Look at it. This is the city I'm in right now.
I don't identify as black. My lawyer knows that. I got all kind of shit on the
You just put a driver license got on.
Driver license don't put that on there no more. But I went to the DMV, and it's crazy. When I went to the DMV and told them I don't identify as black no more, they put that shit in their system. 3-4 days later, I got a brand new voting registration card with my shit on it the right way.
What up, y'all? Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button on all my videos, leave a comment in the comment section. We about to put y'all on some game again. So, I know a lot of y'all people that come up under the mainstream narratives, the left side narratives and all that shit. Y'all really think white and black has something to do with skin color and all that? Well, watch this video if you want to learn something. And I told y'all in many videos, white actually means free, which means you can govern yourself in this country and you're a free man and all that. Black means the opposite, okay? And what makes you free and what makes you the opposite of free is basically how your moral compass is. Are you righteous or not? Are you breaking the law? Are you lawless? Okay? And we know a lot of y'all people growing up under these leftist doctrines are being taught to be lawless and to rebel against authority, which automatically puts you in that black status, which is deprived of your rights. Now this dude right here is about to cook, so let's get it.
So it went down to that, for them to have to send me a new registration card because I ain't black no more, or because I don't identify as black no more. White don't determine your skin color. Like it ain't no real skin tone or whatever that you can say there's a white person. Like it could be any color. They tell you that shit, and this a law book, bro. This ain't the times. This the law. This black's law. You know what I'm saying? Like the judge got this shit in his chamber. But that's the real reason why I could have white on my shit. On my white on my weed card. I showed you that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. White on my weed card, bro.
As a lot of people are noticing, there is a trend that a lot of America is waking up to this truth. A lot of celebrities have been waking up to the truth. You got people like Kevin Gates, Nick Cannon, Tommy Davidson, even some people under the Wildin' Out umbrella like DC Young Fly. A lot of these people have been coming out learning about the Moor history in the country and, Americans, the real American, not, oh, I live in America, but I think I'm some type of slave and I think that I got to identify a certain way. We're talking about you are American. When they ask your nationality, what is your nationality? It's not black, it's not white. You're American, you're a Moor. They are learning black and white are the caste systems, are the statuses which you hold in the country, which means in every country you're either free or you're not. Now, a lot of you are free, but you identify as black, which makes you not free. You're telling them I'm not free by just identifying that. Now let this dude cook.
That's still a form of identification. I can go use that motherfucker wherever. But that's how I identify, bro. But if a police, like if something happened and they call in, I got a black male so and they pull you over and they give your nigga ID, my shit don't even say that.
And then they call in, they got white male. So be like,
right.
What if he go back to the car and say, man, black male, man?
Hey, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of this stupid ass.
Yeah, cause they gonna write up in the report like that, huh?
Right, and legally he gonna have to violate my rights because it's a doctrine called the doctrine of election, bro. I'm really giving y'all way too much game on this shit. But the doctrine of election, bro, mean you got a choice, just like Republican or Democrat or whatever. You could just choose to identify how, you know, you may say I got Native American ancestry, but you may have been on the census 10 years ago as black. But on the new one now, you saying you American Indian. You got the right to do that shit by just because your rights. You see what I'm saying? They can't just, but that's called the doctrine of election. And anything you do, bro, court-wise, jurisdiction-wise, any of that, you got, it's always a choice. It's always that doctrine of election going. So that's the reason why they legally can let you be black and deny your rights because you chose to do that. Especially when you're supposed to know this, because it's a maximum law say ignorance of the law is no excuse. I know you done heard that, right? So this shit right here that they done passed in the law, they expecting us to know this shit.
Right there, what ignorance of the law is no excuse means is a lot of people feel like, oh, because I didn't know any better, I should get a pass. You don't. Legally, you don't get a pass. This is why they use your ignorance against you. Meaning that it is not up to them to teach you what you don't know. If you was taught by these Marxists that you're black and to claim this black status, when you go in courts and you getting pulled over or they look at your ID and it says black, it ain't on them to tell you, hey, you know this means you don't have any rights, right? Do you know that? Okay, I just want to make sure you know that. It ain't up to them. You still, even though you was ignorantly taught to claim that status, you have to stand on what comes with that, which means you are going to be deprived of your rights, and they ain't going to tell you it. But I didn't know better. It doesn't matter if you knew better or not. That's why they say if you want to hide something, put it in a book. So you don't want to read, right? You don't want to learn the real law or nothing. You think that's the white man's law. You don't even know the word white means free. The key to your freedom is actually learning and reading the law. But you think the law is written to go against you. So you've been taught to not even want to get free. But you think that the way that they taught it to you is you like fighting up against the system that is actually against you when the law is not against you. The people who teach you to be ignorant of the law is against you. Like these Democrats who teach you that at the systemic white oppression and shit like that. Whoever teaching you that do not want you to learn this type of shit.
They don't want you to know this shit.
But they expecting you to know it.
Who gonna expect somebody to know this shit?
Bro.
Come on, man.
That's what
they want you to not know and send your ass to jail.
They do, but I'm saying the reason they get away with it is because the rules and the law that they dealing with say that it's presumed that you know the law. It's presumed that
so then they can get away with it.
Right.
So what this means is that if you are going in there claiming the black status, because it is a time where people are free and all that type of stuff, even though ignorance is no excuse of the law. So if you got taught that this black status is who you are and all that, and you don't know that it deprives you of your rights, when you go in there claiming this status and you telling them I'm black, and they know the law is that if you're under this status, your rights are to be deprived, they gotta hold that to you. They gotta assume they know you don't know no better, but by law, because you're claiming it under the law, you technically do know better, and you are yourself putting yourself in bondage. They're not putting you in bondage by law. You're putting yourself in bondage because ignorance of the law is no excuse. Does that make sense? Which means you don't get no special privileges in the law. If you claim that status, anybody who claims that status gets the same treatment under that rule of law, under that color of law, whether you knew better or not, because ignorance of the law is no excuse out of the consequence of the law. Whoever hears somebody killing somebody and then being like, oh, I didn't know murder was illegal over here, and then get out of it
legally.
Yeah.
Originally came out in 1523, but they did a reprint of it in 1607, bro.
How much that book cost?
This book cost you a few $1,000. So it's worth more than that.
I was just gonna say. So what's
the significance?
The significance.
Okay, this book here tell you about the rights that we had before they got up, before the Europeans got over here. And we was dealing with these rights and equity. They speak on like the laws of Ma'at.
So that's a law book, or that's a law they was going by?
You can, if you go to court right now, you go have a case right now, you can cite something out this book, and the judge gonna have to either know what it is, or he gonna go back in his chambers in his office and pick this same book up, because you can reference this and use this right today.
Maritime law
terms are based on maritime admiralty, the law of water.
And so that's why when you go into a court, you have a fence and a gate. The people sit out here and the judge sits inside. The gate is called a floodgate. When you go through the canal, you have a floodgate.
Right.
So when you're sitting out here, you're in the law of the land. The judge has no control or no jurisdiction over the people sitting out here. No jurisdiction whatsoever.
Right, because they're outside the gate.
That's outside the gate.
Right, right.
That's on land.
Right.
But when you walk past that gate, now you're in hot water. And someone's going to have to bail you out.
Bail, yeah.
Okay?
Bail.
Words. As a lot of people may have discovered, we've been lied to about everything. And words are important. The words we use are important. And a good thing to have is a Black's Law Dictionary. It's about this thick. This is the dictionary that the lawyers use. And it has legal definitions of words in it. And when you use it to look up words, you find out really interesting stuff. Person. The word person. The definition of person is a corporate fiction.
Okay.
Black's Law also tells us that the only person known to Canadian law is the corporation. And that's interesting.
Bro, I seen him say he was a Moor and said some stuff, bro, and he got right out of jail. They OR'd him right out.
We got some people in the world that still, they take everything that somebody else say and they think that's the truth. Some dude left a comment talking about Moors put black people in slavery and all this bullcrap like that. These some idiots. For number one, there's no such thing as black people. So you're dead and you're a slave, you're a bum. That's number one. You got no education to call yourself black. You learned that in the 3rd grade when you learn pronouns, verbs, adjectives, nouns, all that bull crap. In the 3rd grade. In the 1st grade, they taught you about colors. These people who still talk this nonsense, I ain't gonna do this no more. These people who talk this nonsense, they idiots. Uneducated idiots. They always said, if you wanna hide the truth, put it in a book. So these people just out here, they don't read books. They only read the Constitution. They would talk about something, talking about some Moors, supposed to buy some goddamn slavery and all this kind of bullshit. Look at the Moors went into goddamn slavery, you dumb bastards. Some idiots out here. So-called slavery. After we lost the wars. But let's go back before then. I can take you back into before 325 AD when Ghana, I can take you back into Ghana stuff, talk about how the men, they want to get rid of the woman gods. Put people in slavery. I can take you into Nigeria, different other kind of places, so-called Africa. Well, every time they overthrew the woman matriarch system, people went into slavery. You idiots need to cut the crap out. I can take you all the way back into people, but they weren't called slavery, just people just barbaric did stuff to people. But people still try to look at some crap, but can't look at stuff going on right here today. Ain't nobody putting you in no goddamn slavery. You putting your goddamn self in slavery for being ignorant. So you're an ignorant bum. You consider yourself a minority, you're a bum. How can you be the majority on the planet, but you're the minority in the United States and in other countries? Because you only use you only using a minor part of your brain. You're an idiot. Everybody in the world laughs at you because you're an idiot. Nobody goes around here calling themselves a goddamn coloring crayon. But dumb people. Uneducated people. Let's just go at 1965. You wasn't black before 1965. But all of a sudden you come black, you cut your afros off, and you went dumb and got on drugs. So I guess it's not a curse, huh? You didn't see the spell, huh? Then let's go back a little further. I can take it back into 1956 when the Morocco courts lost the Morocco courts over here on the mulatto Eisenhower and put your civil rights in. Because you didn't want to be no Moors no more. You didn't know. You chose civil rights, see evil rights, Scottish rights, to be slaves and give up your property. Let's stop playing games, idiots. Not everybody out here, because a lot of people didn't know stuff, but the ones who think they know and always putting on comments about black and African and all that bullshit. Take your dumb, ignorant ass on somewhere. Take your ass to Africa. That's where you think you're from. Come majority of some of y'all here from. Let me tell you something. Let me drop something on these bombs. When ancestors, elders first came on the planet, they just landed on one spot. Lemuria was the start, and it was all females. But from there, they spread out to all over the planet, and everybody was on the same vibration. Well, never no fucking life started right in goddamn Africa. It was on around the whole planet.
And that's the 13th son right there. Very respected Moor. Now, when he said, oh, people believe that Moors put black people into slavery or something like that, he's addressing the people that are still under the white man's the devil and black people is victims of the white man and stuff doctrine. Most people who are under that bozo Marxist doctrine, they think the Moors sold out to white people and helped them slave black people. And that's what he's saying. Like, no, that's not how that happened. So anybody watching this video, because we already know what these demons gonna say. We already know they talking points and stuff. If you ever hear somebody saying that, oh, the Moors sold out black people and stuff like that, remember what we saying in this video. We telling you white and black means something totally different, and their talking point would be, oh, the Moors claim they white because they sold out to the white people. They're telling you not to be black. They telling you not to be who you is. They're gonna say this. And the funny thing is do it the way the communists and the Marxists is telling you to do it, and watch how much trouble you get like you're getting now. And then try it the way the Moors is telling you, and watch how easy life become. You ain't never heard no Moor come out here complaining about the white devil. And to anybody listening, this applies to all different races and everything. Everybody come from the same family tree. If you got morals instilled in you, you are technically a Moor on the planet. See, I'm not even so-called black, but I am a Moor.
All four of these books from the 1600s, bro.
Yeah.
Factual shit, and it's real shit in here, bro. This ain't even the real name of this book. The Europeans put this on the front of this book later. It say, the London Society for Promoting Christianity Amongst the Jews.
Yeah.
But just like how Kanye going off right now, and motherfucking mad at him right about the Jew shit, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm finna show you who the real Jews is. You ever seen them tell you somebody look like this right here?
That's an Indian, eh?
That's what you would assume, right? Mm-hmm. But that's us. We the real Jews. We the Indian. We all of that shit. Then they changed the word Moorish to Indian in 1621. Mm-hmm. So before that point, they wasn't calling us Indians.
The book is saying that Morocco is in America, right? So it's saying like they switch. You know how you got the Memphis in Memphis,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is over here is over there type shit.
Yeah, that's facts though. And this the proof on it. If you look up right now, and the line that divides Arkansas and Louisiana is the 33rd parallel. Okay, that's the 33rd parallel. Okay, this book here on the first page tells you that Morocco is between the 27th degree and the 36th degree north. I just told you Arkansas and Louisiana, that line is the 33rd. So if this between 27 and 36, this book is telling you the fact, and this from the 1800s. Mm-hmm. And this book also talk about the Sultan of America. They don't, when they talk sultans and shit like that, they always talk about the Sultan over there, mm-hmm. or the King of Morocco over there. You don't even know it was the Sultan of America, mm-hmm. or it was Moorish Americans. They talk about Moorish Americans in this book. The Sultan of America. You see that? Yeah. The Sultan of America. Moorish Americans. Now Noble Drew Ali started the temple, I think, in 1913 or 1920 something, when he started talking about Moorish Americans. But this the 1800s, and this ain't Noble Drew Ali. This one of them writing what was going on over here. But they talking about Yeah. So you know this is an authority right here, bro. Yeah. You can't dispute this kind of shit. My DNA come back, you know. Some Indian, I got indigenous American, I got, you know, Moroccan. 75% of the Moroccans and Berbers in Morocco got the same father lineage as I do. Mm-hmm. That's what my DNA shit say. Mm-hmm. But what the law say in the United States, and like I say, this shit going in my book, so I ain't telling a lot of people this shit because I know people don't know. But if you can't go back 5 generations, like let's just say, if they presume that you black or you are African American or whatever, that means that you a slave, you come from slave, but it means that you come from slave within the past 4 generations. You got to be able to go back 5 ancestors, and none of them have been born in Africa.
Now, see, the problem with that is a lot of y'all can't prove that. You know why? Because generations down generations have been tricked into thinking they were somebody else. So you got a lot of lineage in this country already, but you was tricked that you all come from Africa. That's why y'all always talking about Africa and shit. Yes, there was some Africans that dealt slaves with this country over here, and some people are from that, but most of y'all are right from here. And this don't mean that even the ones that come from over there are just, you know, destined to be slaves or anything like that. It just means there's a whole nother way around to getting your sovereignty. A lot of people was part of deals. Can you really blame that when the world was still slave trading and all that? You say you're a slave owner or a slave trader, black or white, because there everybody was. You deal with this person and say, look, I got these slaves. I will give this to you plus their offsprings, next generation, 3 generations of offsprings with these slaves. And now in America, in Africa or whatever, the next generation, say some generations that we even in, you part of that deal. So it's just a process that you got to go through to really get out of that entanglement.
And if you can't do that, or if you don't know, then they can just say you African American or whatever, and then different laws.
All black.
14. Then you don't start getting rights to the 14th Amendment. You see what I'm saying? Because that's when they said that all persons or whatever be treated equal. This shit, and the third. But that comes with the 13th and the 14th Amendment. But if you was already here, if your people was here with them 5 generations, then you got ties to the Constitution, and that's a different set of laws. Like they had some people in 1790, bro, say that y'all can't judge us by these black codes. You got to judge us by subjects of the Sultan of Morocco. You got to judge us as free white persons and not under the black codes or black laws.
So you said you got to do a DNA test, and
that's just your extra proof. But really, you don't have to go. You really don't have to go past farther than your father to father or mother to mother DNA to say y'all ain't pure African. Because that's really what they're saying. You pure African if they call you.
And you went out of this country anyway. I'm from this country.
Right. You African. Pure African. Which you ain't. The American shit don't even matter no more. Because that's what the thing was with that Dred Scott shit. You remember the Dred Scott shit?
Mm-hmm. On March 6, 1857, the U.S. Supreme Court passed their worst ruling in Dred Scott versus Sanford, in a 7-2 decision written by Chief Justice Roger Taney, with Justices Benjamin Robbins Curtis and John McLean being the only dissenters. The Supreme Court held that people of African descent could not and were not meant to be citizens under the Constitution, whether they were free or enslaved. Taney and the judges that voted in favor of the decision thought that they were putting an end to the controversy. All they did was inflame it and besmirch the reputation of the Supreme Court, which, unlike the presidency and legislature, was typically well regarded. As some newspapers would say, quote, "If the people obey this decision, they disobey God," end quote. The decision infuriated free states and contributed immensely to the divide that would ultimately lead to the Civil War.
They said that Dred Scott really initially had won his case, bro. The person he won the case against appealed and said he black, he don't got these constitutional rights. He shouldn't even have got this win. And they took the dude win from him and he lost because his neighbor or somebody tried to come in and say he was black. And he lost his win, bro. That's fucked up, ain't it? If somebody accused you of being black or somebody put you African American or black in your paperwork, then them rules gonna automatically apply because it's in the record. Before the Louisiana Purchase, we bought Louisiana supposedly from Spain, right? So Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, all of this shit was Spain at one time, right? So anybody who was living there before they purchased it was an inhabitant of Spain and Portugal, and they legally free white person. But it does not mean
Caucasian race, Aryan race.
If something happened to one of us, bro, and we identified the other way, we can't pass our property to our kids because that black status make you where your property is non-descendable, and you can't pass it. It don't just go to your heir like that.
You may assume it is the matter that may be before the court, when actually it's the person that's before the court, the status of the person. Therefore, law does not apply to the person. And since the judge is an officer of the court and a member of the barrister, that's where Bar Association comes from, barristers, England, Barristers Association of England, with branches here in the Americas to take care of their investments. And then the prosecutor is an officer of the court, member of the Barristers Association of England with a branch here in North America. And the PD, as well as the attorney or the lawyer that they put on you that you pay, is a spy and a member of the Barristers Association of England with branches here in North America, and an officer of the court.
Like the state would come in.
If you don't will it.
Probate. Right, but even if you will it though, they can still choose to not accept it if somebody come in and put that black shit on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's ways around that shit, but they still gonna come in and make whoever that you trying to give it to or try to give it to get a lawyer and go through their whole little process. That's probably 700 years old. The Moors had that.
It look like, I seen a picture of a motherfucker with a knife look like that, a drawing.
You see that 7 on there on the end, bro?
Yeah, right there.
What that mean?
It's a dollar.
I was about to say, you're 7, that life for me.
So that's the serial number.
Yeah, the serial number. Number 7.
That's probably the 7th one made.
This part here, this shit, all this shit in here move. Every part of that shit moves different, bro. Shit. It's crazy, man.
I'm only touching the handle.
You gotta know how to work.
You know, it's a man.
Well,
you gotta
make
shank
sure you
so
pass
many
that
niggas.
motherfucker off.
That's rich and stuff, bro.
He
One like the hanging down there, bro. You see that?
Then I really open a secret compartment in the wall. Like,
Some shit like that.
Well, look at it. It's like got a sign. That motherfucker like this, bro. Come on, man. That ain't no regular knife. Come on, man. That knife shoots spirals or shoot motherfucking electricity or some shit, man. Come on, man. It ain't regular. Look, why the knife like this?
It ain't shocked me, bro. You supposed to have it.
Maybe I was walking on the carpet or some shit. Had that bitch in my sock.
Running from it, Dirk. You supposed to have it, man.
That knife was good right there.
You are black because you're considered a silhouette, considered invisible, considered target practice on the planet. And you wonder why you're getting killed every day by police and nothing happens. Because they're not killing nobody. Because you claim to be nobody. Only thing they got to answer to is the government because it's their property. But you want to sit and argue about stuff, doing somebody trying to set your dumb ass free. Get your dumb ass off my page and stay off my page and stick your ass to instead in a black community. Because I don't want you coming on my page with your ignorant and your debated and all that nonsense. That shit done played out. Wonder why you ain't moved up the ladder and nothing. Wonder why all your property's getting taken away from you. Wonder why everybody in your hood is on drugs. Wonder why everybody's all want to party and drink liquor. Because you want to be black. I hate to do it like that, but it's just got to keep it real. I'm white. Dude said Moors talk about black people. There's no such thing as black people. Black means pale, bleach. I'm white because I am enlightened. I'm pure. I have everything out my system. There was once a time I was dirty. I'm right side up. Majority of y'all still upside down. You're looking at me upside down. Your pineal gland hasn't flipped up yet. Your ship's still upside down. Majority of everybody out here, that's why you consider calcified. You're upside down. You haven't changed over yet. They ain't trying to put you down. I'm trying to get you right. We already Everything is already flipped upside down. I'm trying to keep it real with you, alright? They changed everything from black to white and white to black. And it's going on right now, everybody confused now. That's real. So people need to stop trying to, no, excuse me. People always try to talk about some stuff way in the past, but can't go back to the past and change nothing. But they right here in the future and won't do nothing. Still mad at something in the past that they weren't even there and don't know nothing about because somebody told them that happened. Motherfucker, how you know if it wasn't even no people back there in the past? That everybody just lied and made that in books? How you know we really just started 100 years ago? And they drew pictures. See, I'm just kicking the bull because people are his idiots. You know why you can't grow? Because you can't let nothing go. You think a so-called European man worried about some down slavery? Hell nah, he moving on. You still and you ain't gonna get nothing because a black man can't get nothing. He can't own no property, so you can't get no reparations or no restitution. And no resolutions. But more, America's more. You look at America, A-M-E-R-I-C-A, America, and you take away the vowels, because we didn't use vowels, you're going to see M-R-C, and you look at the word M-R-C, what it's going to come to, you're going to say mur, M-U-R, mur, of seafaring kings. But hey, I'm just a old elder man talking smack. This is not your body. Use the soul inside your body. This is a bar vessel. And you not doing nothing right. But talking smack. But I forgot you God. Y'all God, but y'all worry about stuff and can't change stuff. I ain't never seen no many gods complain in my goddamn life. I wish all y'all gods could fuck on, tell you the truth. Take that hate crap, grow the fuck up.
Now what he's talking about is the indoctrinated so-called black person in America who, you know, is taught that the white man is the devil and the black man is God. So he's basically, you know, saying that, you know, if you God, how did some inferior devil or something just outpower you and trick you out your spot? Or, you know, some people think that the white man just came and pillaged everything. Well, if you such a God, why did this happen? You know, they would say that and believe into that, and at the same time not take no responsibility. So if you had lost your power and control, they don't know how to think to the point where they be like, okay, maybe it was something we did. You know, there's just no accountability on that behalf. Nobody wants to look into the past and say, okay, what did we do wrong? You know, it's all victimhood. It's what the Democrats, the Marxists, the socialists, the communists teach people how to think. So these people who think the white man is the devil and the black man is God actually getting a ideology from the left, which for people that don't understand the political spectrum, on that left, that liberal, the Democrat side, they're getting their ideology from that side. So they think they sticking it to this so-called white man, you know, with this, oh, you the devil talk, but don't even know that everything they believe comes from the actual devil, which the devil ain't got nothing to do with white people or black people. But I'm saying that the people that push that ideology into this country, the woke ideology and all that type of stuff, that devil taught you all that shit to regurgitate.
Just like a rotten apple on a tree. Every fruit on that tree is not bad. So stop trying to hurt a whole group of people because you got a few bad apples on one tree. Get the few apples and throw them to the side and get the right apples. Every fruit don't produce a whole thing of fruit. That's all good. Always be a bad fruit in there somewhere. They call it a black sheep. You don't hear me though, because you want to be black.
So all in all, I hope this video helps people understand, you know, that what they teaching you here in America is bullshit, mostly coming from that left side. Now the right side, they ain't really pushing like, you know, the Moor line and, you know, stuff like that, because, you know, they've been tricked out their spot as well. But one thing I could say about conservative and the Republican is they do talk about sovereignty. So they're actually closer to the truth than the so-called left. But the left they're not trying to be close to the truth. They're actually keeping you slaves. That's why they introduced the civil rights and all that stuff, to keep you in bondage. They all know the truth. They just not pushing it like that. Like they said, when these Moors go up in the courtrooms and stuff like that, these judges already know the deal. They just play the game with you. And I'll be doing more videos on this, you know, about the Black's Law Dictionary and more of the Moor stuff. You know, the 13th son, big salute to him. And the guy from the other video name is Kuzzo Hundon. Y'all make sure, you know, look into some stuff. Do your own due diligence and research. Do not take what you hear in this video as fact or, okay, Crucial said it, so I could just go off that, dude. Don't ever do that. Look at what I'm saying in these videos and go look it up, and you'll see what the deal is. Salute to everybody that's subscribing to my new channel. Salute to everybody that was subscribed to my old channel. Y'all hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Hit that notification bell. Hit the like button on all my videos and let me know what y'all think of in the comments. I ain't woke, I'm up.
You have to be careful not just always to be drawn to the doom and gloom. Don't always be drawn to the bad news. Say, okay, let me find something that can uplift me. And that's why I always tell you, when I give a message that you might even have a title that's scaring you, I'm scared, Ralph. I don't know. But when you watch it, you're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. It feels so good watching it because I was able to transform the energy. And that's why any one of my videos is always going to leave you feeling better than when you came to see it.
Yeah, big tech pulling off collusion with the lib. Talking about the biggest scandal for a president-elect. Got them Denny's in the Twitter stab. Out here playing chess. Heard about his laptop. They try to keep it out the press. What them people wanna see? Them Twitter files. Can't cover it up, you stole the E. Them Twitter files. Elon, you is a G. Them Twitter files. Vijaya Gotti on trial for them Twitter files. This a message from America. We struggling to keep the peace. Biggest cover up in the world that we gon' ever see. Capitol Hill, it's time to practice what y'all really preach. Democrats and Twitter rats, you bout to get that boy impeached. Sleepy Joe and Jack Dorsey puppets, they irrelevant. Got the highest terror rate, but treat the people like we peasants. Kelly McEnany, press secretary. They took her off that blue bird for fighting for the prezi. And Jim Baker signed off from the FBI. And 46 is tired, so I'm rapping lullabies. The NY Post, they leaked the story and it went ghost. They suppress votes, they try to steal the people's hope. Hey Elon, you is a G. You smelled the musk in the building, said Twitter free. Now the only thing left, let's make that logo red. 45, 47, that's my president. Yeah, big tech pulling off collusion with the lib. Talking about the biggest scandal for a president-elect. Got them Denny's in the Twitter stab. Out here playing chess. Heard about his laptop. They try to keep it out the press. What them people wanna see? Them Twitter files. Can't cover it up, you stole the E. Them Twitter files. Elon, you is a G. Them Twitter files. Vijaya Gotti on trial for them Twitter files.
You got to choose sides right now. I told you, you can never serve two masters. Anybody who wants to hear this message is needed, but it's only for those who really want the information. But I don't want people to be here that don't want to be here. A lot of people don't realize it's a lot of work. You know, I'm talking about going to the next level. It's a lot of work. And a lot of people, they don't really know what it takes. A lot of people haven't even got a clue. What seems easy is very difficult. You know, I'm only here because what I do is that I help people get there. A lot of people don't want to know how to really free themselves. But if it comes to something bad happening, they want to tune in. I'm not promoting drama, gossip. These are the things that the Matrix wants you to talk about. If you talk about elevation, they want to shadow ban you. Crucial 13, you are appreciated. Shout out to you.
get crucial.
I'm hungry. I need some bacon.
Look at this. Look at that. This is the city I'm in right now.